Hello my glitter friends, today we are going to make a leopard coaster mold. Okay, so first we're going to use tape to clean any residue off your mold. So right here I'm just using red masking tape just to clean it off because I'd used it a few times prior. Next, you're going to want to grab your 91% isopropyl alcohol. Make sure it is 91% or 100% because any lower percentage will cause your mold not to cure. Okay, so I'm going to do 7.5 milliliters of resin and 7.5 milliliters of hardener. I just used my best guess on how much this mold would take. If there's ever any extra, I use it in a smaller mold, or you can fill up the mold with water and then with the water that's in the mold, put it into a measuring cup to see how much liquid it'll hold. Now for the fun part, we get to add glitter. So first I'm going to add a Bullion 0.015 and I'm going to sprinkle in RSVP just to give it a nice brown color along with that nice golden tone. I was a bit too lazy to go find my spray bottle, so I'm just going to flick the 91% isopropyl alcohol on there. After you are done and you let your mold cure, I'm going to demold it and kind of flatten it. This has only been 12 hours, but the next coaster that I'm going to begin to Sharpie is actually been curing for 24. So next I'm just sharpening the little indents just so I can see where to put the epoxy, so I'm not getting the black all over the brown so it doesn't become really muddled. So using a Sharpie just to go in the little grooves helps me to mark out where I'm going to place each drop of epoxy. Once you finish up sharpening your coaster, next you're going to want to start pouring the epoxy for the spots inside. So I wasn't sure how many milliliters I would need to fill all the spots, so just to be safe I did 5 milliliters of resin and 5 milliliters of hardener. After giving your epoxy a good stir, I'm going to add black magic for the spots in my coaster, and I'm going to mix that around and grab a pipette. It doesn't really matter what size it is, just enough to where you can drop it into the little ridges. You could also use a syringe or a popsicle stick, or you can just carefully pour it in there if you have surgeon hands. I do not, so I'm going to use a pipette. Once you fill in all your spots, you are pretty much done. Once the epoxy cures, here I'm just going to kind of do a quick glaze with a popsicle stick over the top with any of the excess spot epoxy, just to kind of give a lazy seal over it. Once this cures, you can go back and add another layer of epoxy just so it's smooth all over, but this is for me, so I didn't really mind the look, and it also didn't spread the black too much. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.